Hello and welcome to Caching Waves. Doing an update on XRP. Now real quick on the daily, have this as a 3-wave pattern A. We then had an A wave down in 3, followed by a 3-wave move in B, looking for a 5-wave move for our C wave before we attempt further upside afterwards. Reason for this is I've seen counts where this is a 5-wave, but it seems very unreliable to me. If that were a 5-wave, I also would have expected us to pivot at the 618 here after this move in an impulse to the upside, at least as a 1-2-1-2 before we took off. As you can see, we just drifted sideways in 3 and an ABC flat, and now we're rejecting very hard again. So anticipating this move to complete, the 1-to-1 move would take us down to 13.69 cents, would also hit at the bottom of the channel there over the next year. Now alternatively, we could have an A wave down. This can also turn into a B wave triangle, then downside. Alternatively, the only way I would get bullish on this is, just wanted to show you this perspective. This looks similar to this wave, where we could get a complex correction but to the upside, where this would be an ABC as a W. We then have to make a series of sideways X waves here. We'd get a W, ABC, X wave, but in a sideways channel before attempting higher highs. And then after that, we would expect some downside. So there's just a couple different perspectives for you, but majority of them, of my counts, have us to the downside. That's why I have this as my primary count. Now zooming in down at the 4-hour, have this as a wave 3-wave move, looking for a B wave, and followed by either a single, double, or triple zigzag for our C wave. If you know ending diagonals, they mostly have single, double, and triple zigzags for each wave. So considering this wave potentially done, looking for a retracement potentially up to the 50 and the 618 of this down wave A. Now there's a couple things that can be happening here. I haven't gotten in a trade in this yet if you've been following my videos, just because too much is likely to happen in this area. First of all, I could consider that this could be making some sort of triangle here, but end up breaking to the downside as a B wave here. This B wave would get moved down here, and then we drop further down, or we get a 335 as an ABC. We have 3 on our A wave, came down for a B wave. We hit between the 50 and the 786, or sorry, the 618 and the 786 of this A wave, and impulsing off here, we could get 5 waves up to our most common resistance area at the 50 and the 618 of the down move, but just not enough information to go off of here to have a high probability trade. Don't have an impulse yet. It's kind of drifting sideways, not very impulsive in nature. Doesn't mean it can't turn into one, but at the moment I am neutral as to whether we're going to get some sort of triangle or the flat pattern. Ways that can change is if this ends up being a leading diagonal, do we have a 1 2 1 2 3 4 3 currently making our 4th, and then we get a 5th wave up and then drift sideways. I might be interested in a long at that point, but not unless the pattern shows itself to be impulsive. I've been trading a couple other things long, so I am a little biased that this is going to go, but only because of other assets, but that I'm not going to let that influence my trade setup on XRP. But ideally, I'd like to see one more wave up, break this resistance area, then find support on it before I'd consider a long. And if that happens before I end up getting a update up, what I will do is take a long once it's impulsive and we find resistance at that level. something like this, and I would pull the pivot off this low whenever this wave ends to the top of it. I'd put my entries at the 382, the 50, and the 618. Stop at the low, so I'd have entries all three of those areas split up in three, targeting up the extension of this pivot right here, this A off the B. Oh, excuse me, that didn't work properly. This A off the B, and I'd be looking for the 1-to-1 extension, or further out at the 1.236 and 1.382. Right there. And I'd pull pivots off this to make sure all the extensions line up in the future. But as of right now, I'm sidelined. I will not get this entry until we break this resistance and drift sideways in a corrective nature to give us higher probability that we need another wave up. All right, guys, that's your update for XRP. Check out my other assets update videos if you want. I'm in several trades at the moment. This might be one within the next couple days, but I'll make sure to update my entries and my counts on XRP if you want to subscribe. Thanks for watching.